Governor, I rudely interrupted you with Nikki Haley. What do you think of her message and maybe the fact she was slightly zinging Donald Trump?
Well, I think Montel is on to something. That message is what people would like to hear from the candidates, period, inclusion. And going back to, and I do think there was some veiled reference to Donald Trump in that regard. On the other hand, she's going to be in South Carolina when Donald Trump and the others are going to be coming there shortly after Iowa and New Hampshire. It's going to be very interesting to see how it plays there. Again, I would say this. It was a political speech tonight that the president made. You would expect that from a president. And it was a partisan speech to a great degree because it was in essence saying, implying that we have done all that we can do. And consequently, I think when you saw the expression on Paul Ryan's face, it let you know that, as you've pointed out, as others have pointed out, it's not going to be too much togetherness as such. There was an avoidance of talking about the Iranian situation, the more immediate situation tonight, and I can understand that. But I will say that it's not going to be smooth sailing for anyone who doesn't understand, as you pointed out on your show on any numbers of occasions, the American people are sick of all of the elected officials, period.
But Governor, don't you think when you listen to, this is Montel for a second, when you listen to Nikki Haley's speech, when she made the statement, she said, let's be honest, that we own some of the responsibility in this. You know, as
I was very impressed with that.
Citizen who, if you want to listen to politicians discuss issues, I'd rather hear this voice than the din of just people pointing at each other. Now, she did take a shot.
I was very impressed with that. I was impressed with that, Montel, to this extent. It, in essence, was saying, surely, we are in a mess, but we are a part of the mess we've made, and we can straighten it up. And let's make solutions, and let's talk about solutions. That's one of the reasons I think you said in your observation that people need to hear that, no, we haven't done all that we can do. There is more we can do. I was impressed, however, with the president saying when he first started in his speech that those members of you who are sitting in this body, oh, no, you don't have to worry about retirement. You don't have to worry about health care, et cetera, et cetera. I don't think they liked it, but I liked that a great deal. I liked it.
But, you know, Governor, here's the one thing, and I don't mean this to be a slap at you, but I know you talked about Republican intransigence or words to that effect. And I always wonder the way this is covered when parties are at loggerheads with each other. Why is it the Republicans are intransigent when they want to hold the line on spending and not the other side when they're okay continuing the spending?
I agree with you, and that's why I was impressed with what Governor Haley had to say. Look, we are all in this, so you don't measure the contributions of neglect by degrees. Well, you know, I'm 60% at fault, you're 40%. The question is, we all are at fault until it is fixed. And this is what the American people are saying. Give us someone who has a recipe or at least a dream for fixing it. That was one of the things that may have been a little absent in the speech tonight, because as the president was saying, I've done all I can do, we've done all we can do. Now you, speaking to the American people, and you elected officials have got to do the rest. That might not be good enough to sell. And that's why I would like to believe that conscious minds can come together and work together. As Lyndon Johnson would say, come, let us reason together.